Report is coming up next, and then in 10 minutes at 9 o'clock, it's the BBC News Hour on 93.9 FM. Let's check in with London to see what they're working on. London, good morning.
Good morning, WNYC. I'm James Kamarasamy. On today's News Hour, the fall from grace of Australia's most decorated living soldier. Should social media companies be doing more to preserve evidence of war crimes? And the verdict in a politically charged rape trial in Senegal. That's BBC News Hour, coming up at 9 on 93.9 FM, WNYC.
Sunny and 67 out there right now. Look for more haze and patchy smoke today. Sunny today and 83 for a high, up near 90 tomorrow with a chance of afternoon showers and storms, and then we cool off for the weekend. Again, 67 right now at 8:51.
WNYC is supported by FX, presenting What We Do in the Shadows, a story of 4 idiotic vampire roommates living together in present-day Staten Island with their familiar. Awards eligible. More info at fxnetworks.com/FYC.
The takeaway winds down just as Pride Month kicks off. So we're revisiting some of our most impactful conversations from the series, Black, Queer, Rising. We've got elected officials, community organizers, culture makers, and even a theoretical physicist. I'm Melissa Harris Perry, and that's next time on The Takeaway, weekday afternoons at 3 on 93.9 FM.
As the debt ceiling legislation heads toward approval, what will caps on spending do to or do for the wider economy?
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by UiPath, providing organizations the UiPath AI-powered business automation platform. More at uipath.com/marketplace. UiPath, the foundation of innovation.
I'm David Brancaccio in Los Angeles. A bipartisan coalition in the House of Representatives last night voted to allow the government to keep borrowing money to pay what it owes over the next 2 years. 71 Republicans and 46 Democrats were opposed. The bill puts in some spending caps and prevents funding for many so-called discretionary programs from rising. The bill is expected to now go through the Senate quickly to avert a potentially catastrophic government default that would otherwise happen within days. With the U.S. on course now to enter a period of capped budgets, there remain escalating needs. This week, our series Finding Your Place is exploring approaches to homelessness. Today, it's a connection to the strong U.S. labor market. Many government agencies and nonprofits are having a hard time recruiting staff to help people get off the streets and into stable housing. Here's Marketplace's Matt Levin.
Leticia Rosales is covering the front desk at the Hope Cooperative's Outreach and Engagement Center in Sacramento. It provides 24/7 services to people experiencing homelessness. When we met, she was celebrating a permanent housing placement for someone who had been with the center for 117 days.
Yeah, it's like a graduation, you know what I mean? You see them start from their first step onto the next step.
Rosales makes about $22 an hour as an outreach worker. She was homeless as a kid and says this job makes her feel good, but it's not for everyone.
It's a high rate of turnover, but I feel like the ones that actually get it, like get the point of working with the people, are the ones that stay.
Finding the ones that stay is as tough as it's ever been, says Hope Cooperative CEO Erin Johansson. About 10% of her positions are basically always vacant.
We have a full-time recruiter. She spends all day, every day, trying to find us the right people.
There's really no good national statistics on the shortage of homelessness workers, but anyone in the field will tell you it's a problem. A study focused on LA County found that workforce needs to grow by 20%. In post-pandemic, one particular type of worker has been really hard to get.
A licensed clinical social worker.
People with master's degrees in social work, or MSWs for short, are trained to work with people with mental illness or substance abuse issues. Donna Gallup teaches in the MSW program at Azusa Pacific University.
Right now, there's tremendous competition for social workers, and there are much more lucrative and much more pleasant work settings.
Like schools and hospital systems, which typically offer better hours and less stress. While Gallup says higher pay for homelessness workers would obviously help, many of her students need more exposure and support. Gallup runs a pilot program that places master students with Southern California homelessness agencies.
They're entering a sector with their eyes open. Many people who do go into the sector go in and are very surprised, disenfranchised, not understanding. Those are some of the reasons that people burn out.
Gallup says the early results of the pilot program are promising. While the official data isn't out yet, anecdotally, it looks like MSWs who participated are sticking with it. I'm Matt Levin for Marketplace.
Part of our series this week called Finding Your Place, New Thinking for People with Nowhere to Live, marketplace.org if you missed the pieces on the air. With the official hiring and unemployment reports due tomorrow, there's news just now that a private tally of payrolls finds hiring in May was much higher than expected, 278,000 more people getting paychecks. The strong jobs market staying strong. S&P futures are up 0.1%, Dow futures are down 0.2%. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office says the bill to cap federal spending in exchange for averting a government default cuts outlays by roughly $1.5 trillion over 10 years. Marketplace's Justin Ho fits this into the wider economic picture.
Government spending certainly can influence the economy. Look at all the relief checks the government sent out early in the pandemic. Many of those went straight into the economy. So on the flip side, reduced government spending can cause the broader economy to slow down. Thing is, the debt ceiling deal in Congress right now leaves a lot of government spending untouched, like Medicare and Social Security. Instead, it focuses on capping non-military discretionary spending, which includes money the government uses to fund different agencies. So economists say the effect on the broader economy will be pretty minor. The economy is still strong, and it could absorb any small spending reductions. But let's not forget that the deal would expand work requirements for certain government benefits. One concern is that any additional hurdles could cause fewer people to receive those benefits, and that affects more vulnerable consumers. I'm Justin Ho for Marketplace.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Amazon Business. From small business to big enterprise and everything in between, Amazon Business helps simplify the supplies buying process. Amazon Business, your partner for smart business buying. And by Grammarly. Grammarly Business empowers companies to drive faster results with secure enterprise-grade generative artificial intelligence that works where teams do. It helps businesses break down information silos, collaborate efficiently, and quickly adapt to stay competitive. Grammarly.com/business.
Amazon has agreed to pay $31 million to settle charges that it improperly handled data when children used its Alexa voice assistant. Also, Amazon failed to safeguard videos of people recorded by its Ring security cameras. In one case, an employee viewed thousands of videos of women in their homes. Marketplace's Nova Safo has more.
The Federal Trade Commission says Amazon will pay a $25 million penalty to settle the Alexa case and nearly $6 million for alleged privacy violations at Ring. Regulators say videos collected by Ring cameras were not properly safeguarded by the company, and an employee in 2017 was able to view thousands of videos of women in private spaces, such as their bathrooms and bedrooms. The FTC also said that Ring's security practices were so lax that the company was an easy target for hackers. In the Alexa case, the FTC says Amazon held on to some children's voice recordings and geolocation data even after parents requested that the information be deleted. The company allegedly used that data to train its Alexa algorithm. In a statement, Amazon said it disagreed with the FTC's claims and denied violating the law. The company said Ring had long ago addressed its cybersecurity issues, and Amazon agreed to make what it characterized as a small modification to how it handles children's Alexa profiles. I'm Nova Safo for Marketplace.
And in Los Angeles, I'm David Brancaccio. This is the Marketplace Morning Report. From APM, American Public Media.